Okay, Sag. So we have Cancer New Moon. Let's see what message is coming for you for the Cancer New Moon. We've got Eight of Cups. We've got the Five of Swords for Sag. What's the message for Sag? The World card. Okay, I'm only going to take one of these. The Emperor. And the overall energy is the Six of Wands. Oof. Well, this is a very mixed bag of messages. Look at that. I mean, talk about mixed bag. Okay. So there's a sense of victory, accomplishment, and there's also a sense of defeat, feeling unwanted, unappreciated, unseen. And then the sun is happiness, joy, playfulness, vitality, and then tension, battles. So I don't know what the fuck you're going through, Sag. You are walking away from something. I mean, that could be why you may feel, or somebody's walking away from you. But there is the energy of if it stayed, if this whatever it is that's breaking apart, right? Because there's a breaking apart of something. Somebody's walking away from something that doesn't fulfill them anymore, whether it's a relationship, a job, a friendship. So it's either Five of Swords energy. If this had stayed together, you wouldn't win anyways. Five of Swords is like you can't win. They leave or you leave and it still hurts. They stay or you stay and it still fucking hurts. So it's like this cycle needs to come to an end. And the World card is a cycle coming to its end. If this is you, you're stepping into the energy of being non-emotional, being all business, focus, determination, willpower. That could be where the feeling of success and victory is coming from. But it is at the cost of having to let something go. It is the consequence of not, keeping what you wanted to keep, whatever it is. So let's get some clarity here. Let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Wands. Clarify Six of Wands for Sag. Got the Ten of Cups. Clarify the Six of Wands for Sag. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I think you realize, Sag, that whatever this is, it needed to go. You may not be happy about it. And this could be a relationship. A relationship where there was a lot of conflict. And the 5 and the 4 make the 9 of Wands, which is here. There was a lot of guarded energy. It was like you were in the energy of, okay, let's try this one more time. Or let's try this, see if it works. And it didn't. But 6 of Wands could also mean that something about this connection gave you a sense of victory. And part of the reason why the 5 of Swords is here is because now you realize you may have to give it up. And you're like, ah. So could be with the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Swords that you may not want to walk away, or you don't want them to walk away because your ego is involved. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups. Excuse me. Clarify 8 of Cups. We've got the Queen of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. See, emotionally, you don't even want this. Emotionally, you could not give two fucks about whatever this is. But it's like it's in the public eye. With the Six of Wands, it's in the public eye. So it's almost like you have to decide if you want people to gossip about you or if you just don't care. So with the Eight of Cups, I do see, I think it's you walking away. And I'm saying that because the Queen of Wands is here. You finally step, because it's fire energy. Could be Aries, Leo, but it could also be Sag. And so you may be like, you know what, I'm just going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate because it took me time to get here. And I'm, single, ready to mingle. I didn't even want this. Or I don't want this anymore. Let's clarify the Five of Swords, because this is, regardless of whether you didn't want it anymore, it's still going to bring you gossip. It's still going to bring you a feeling of mental disturbance. It's still going to disturb your peace. Let's clarify Five of Swords. Got the King of Cups, Page of Cups, clarify Five of Swords, and the Sun card. And there's the Four of Cups again. Interesting. So, it could be Sag, that there is a water sign you're trying to, like you're trying to show them up, right? You're trying to be like, well, maybe this person made a move on you and you were like, no, thank you. I'm already in a relationship. And then that relationship fell through and you're like, oh my God, now people are going to be like, oh, see, you didn't want me. It's kind of like that type of energy. But ultimately, Sag, what I think you need to focus on, because this came out at the bottom of the deck too, is your happiness. Even if someone did try to make a move and you rejected them, right? And maybe they do talk shit, but ultimately, if they weren't your happiness, you're not forced to accept them. And if the place you walked away from now, or the person that's walking away from you now, is also not your happiness, you are not under any obligation to accept them either. If something is making you unhappy, if something is putting you in a bad mental state and you really struggle with that, you're under no obligation to stay. Yeah, and you may need time to heal. You close out whatever cycle needs to be closed out. This is for you, not for anybody else, Sag. Let's clarify the World's card. Clarify the World. We've got the Four of Swords. Nine of Swords and Four of Cups. Woof, child. With the Devil. So I feel like you really are struggling to put an end to this chapter. Even if the Devil's here. The Devil's telling you this is something you need to release. It's something you're holding on to out of very superficial, materialistic reasons. This needs to be released. It needs to be transformed. There are better things coming for you. But you're really struggling through this. It's creating a lot of anxiety. It's creating the energy of like, what if this is a missed opportunity? What if I could have worked harder? What if I just needed to try this or I needed to try that? In reality, what you need to heal is the part of you that tells you that you did something wrong by choosing yourself. That's what you need to heal. Because that's what's happening. You're choosing yourself and you're feeling guilty for choosing yourself. It's like you're being toxic with yourself. So instead of worrying about what people are going to say, instead of worrying about should you have tried harder, fuck that. No, you did the right thing. You chose you. You chose your mental health. You chose peace. You chose your happiness. You chose what brings you fulfillment, satisfaction. And if that hurts somebody else because they want to be in your life, be like, I'm sorry, but it's either I have to pick you or I have to pick me, and I'm going to pick me. And you need to heal the part of yourself that keeps apologizing for that. Let's clarify the Emperor. Strength card, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. I do think you're going to get very serious about your healing. And I'm saying that because the Emperor is somebody that when they dedicate themselves to something, they dedicate themselves to it heart and soul. They're very strong-willed. They're very determined. They have a lot of passion. That's why they're the Emperor. And the Star card here is about stepping into the energy of being vulnerable. That's why she's naked. It's about being very honest with herself, being very clear, and healing. So I think you're going to step into Emperor mode when it comes to your healing. You're going to start seeing things from a different perspective. You're going to start really pursuing things that bring you happiness. And it is going to take time. And I think that's the whole point. That's the Emperor energy. It's about determination. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take persistence. Excuse me. But I do see you doing it. And through time, that brings you the correct people into your life. Okay, Sag? But you really do need to heal that part of you that's like feels guilty or feels, shame for putting boundaries and for saying, no, this isn't what I want. Oh, interesting message, Sag. I'm glad that the new moon in Cancer is bringing you that clarity. Let's go ahead and get a card from the Moonology deck. What is the final message for Sag? Final message for Sag. What's the final message for Sag? South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Interesting. Let's read the message. I love this green, by the way. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you are being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels safer and easier. Attuned to the moon message is, I release the past. Additional meanings for this card. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive, and just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Well, there you go. Could be the reason you're really resisting releasing this person is because your attraction to them is really strong. But just because something can be done doesn't mean it should be done. Just because something feels safe, warm, familiar, doesn't mean that you need to hold on to it. You need to heal the part of yourself that's keeping you attached to unhealthy people or situations. Okay? All right, Sag. So that's the message. To release. Yeah, just release. Just let it go. Okay. All right, Sag. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye.